Joining me today from KEAN University, the president of the Cougar community, Lindsay Bordy. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing
All
today?
right. I'm glad that you are here with us this morning, and I have some questions for you. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Uh, what does Cougar stand for in the community?
Well, the Cougar actually stands for KEAN University Gay Alliance Reformation.
Okay. And what does it mean to you?
I personally don't like what it stands for. I don't know why we have to have a Gay Alliance Reformation part. Like, what are we reforming?
Okay. So, what step do you take if you don't like the way they call it? What step do you take towards it?
Well, I was talking to the woman who runs the clubs, and I'm going to talk to my other e-board members to see if there's something besides Reformation that we could use in the name.
Why do you hate the words reformation?
Because I feel like reforming is like, I don't know, trying to hide gay
Okay.
or.
Okay.
And I don't like, though we don't have to go, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. I don't think it's something that has to be hidden.
Uh-huh. Okay. You don't think this is something that has to be hidden?
Yes.
You have your right to be like everybody.
Yes.
Everybody else, being normal like everybody else.
Exactly.
That's why. What is church for you?
Um, for me, I actually consider myself an atheist, and I was raised in a Jewish community.
Okay.
But I've gone to church a few times with a Catholic friend of mine, and from what I see, it's a way of maintaining your religion, or like just keeping up with your faith and like keeping up with love. For me, it's just kind of like learning about a new faith.
Okay. And does that bother you about learning about a new faith?
No, I think it's always good to learn more and not be stuck in our stereotypes.
Do you think that church stereotype the gay community?
I think it's both directions. Like, I've been in multiple GSA groups, and that's the only time I've ever been in church. But this church, I don't think stereotypes the gay community, but I'm sure other churches do. But I've heard like a lot of remarks from GSAs where they would make stereotypes about churches.
Okay. And what would you like to be changed towards the gay community from those churches?
I wish we kind of could align ourselves. I know it might not ever happen because some churches are set in their ways and some GSAs are set in their ways. But I think it would be cool if there could be one meeting where Cougar could meet up with Newman Catholic Club. It goes on at the same time, but we've never done a meeting together and talk about it.
Okay. So, how did your view of church change after you revealed this part of yourself to the world?
Well, the view of church never changed for me because, like I said, I never really had to go to church growing up in a Jewish household.
Okay.
But I kind of saw all religious places of worship as places I probably shouldn't go to because I thought I wouldn't be accepted. But even though I didn't like announce my orientation or like my beliefs at the church, I think a few people are aware that I'm a part of Cougar, and they maybe they don't agree with gay marriage, everybody, but a lot of them will have friends that are gay, and they don't care if we're gay. They're looking for the person, not their orientation.
That's fine, not the gender.
Yeah.
That's fine. And what do you do as a president of the Cougar community at KEAN University?
Well, I'm new at this position, but my job is to let people know when meetings are, along with come up with events and approve what will and will not happen, like what events can and cannot happen.
How many members, active members, do you have in the alliance?
I would say last year we had maybe 20 or 30 members that were consistent. I don't know how many people graduated, but this year, a few days ago, we had KEAN Day, which is a day for freshmen to learn about the new clubs, and we had over 50 signups.
Okay. Over 50 sign-ups.
Just freshmen.
Also, which is mean that from the first meeting this year, this fall, you expect to have a good amount of.
Yeah, like maybe not everybody who signed up will show up, but I hope to have a good chunk of them at least, along with returning members.
So, what is your plan for this year?
My plan for this year is to have more events with Cougar. I feel like last year there were events, but I'm even guilty of not attending the events because the former president didn't really hype it up enough. I hope that we'll actually have Cane Glow this year. We didn't have Cane Glow last year. I hope to acknowledge some of the LGBT holidays, like the Day of Silence. I hope this year Cane will go to the forum and even be the first college to host a GSA forum.
What does GSA mean?
Gay Straight Alliance.
Gay Straight Alliance, where everybody comes under one flag.
Yes.
Okay. I'm so glad to hear that. Where do you believe that the LGBT community will stand in the church in the future? Let's say the next 5 years.
I think it'll depend on the church. It'll always depend on the church. Like, I know some churches will always be old-fashioned and will be like, no, we don't do gay marriage. But I know that there are some churches nowadays that say everybody's welcome to get married here, and I think that those churches will eventually multiply, and we'll have a larger amount of LGBT-friendly churches.
The church is about love. You believe that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that Jesus died for every sinners. We are all sinners, right?
Yes.
We are all in this together. So therefore, the church is supposed to be open for every gender, every sexual orientation, and everybody.
Yes.
So for yourself, you hope that work will be done.
Yeah, I hope that every church will go what it's supposed to stand by, which is love.
Which is love. Thank you, Lindsay, for joining this morning.
Thank you.
And hopefully we will have some other encounter to do another show.
Yes.
And maybe I will visit one of those meetings to see what's going on.
Every Thursday we're gonna have them this semester.
Okay. Do you want to speak to the community?
If you're interested in joining Cougar and you're a student at KEAN University, it's every Thursday this fall 2014 semester from 3:30 to 4:30 in Von Ames, room 112. Thank you.
For those of you who are listening, you've been listening to President Lindsay Body, President of the Cougar Alliance in KEAN University. And for those of you who are church members or pastors, you hear her message about how church view the gay community. We know that God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, so whosoever believes in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So you need to do something. You will have a congregation to do something to open to the Gay Alliance, to receive them and let the Holy Spirit work through them. So we all have weaknesses. So therefore, let us bear our weaknesses and work on it. But let us not point fingers toward other people to say that they have weakness and I don't. Hope that you get that message this morning. Thank you.